Hi, Ged Musto, personal fitness trainer. I've been asked by Computer to construct a challenge for a new site that they're looking on doing for me. So I've come up with a good idea of literally doing a 300, 240 and a 180 program. This is for advanced, intermediate and beginners. It's all purely upper body exercises. 6 exercises in all, and each one designed to work the biceps, triceps, main forearms, carpals, extensors, pectoralis, the chest, trapezius, mastoid on the neck, anterior and posterior deltoid. Also going to work the rhomboids. It's going to work the latissimus dorsi as well. So it's going to literally work every single muscle in the body, and all in a short amount of time as well. So you're probably asking, what are these 6 exercises? So in order, they will be tricep dips using a bench. If you haven't got a bench, I would say try and improvise. So if you're working outdoors doing this program, try and use a park bench, or you can use like a table, as long as it's at a certain height. They can obviously withstand your body weight. Dumbbells, I've got, these are my personal ones for the advanced, which will be 20 kilogram in weight. Intermediates will come in at 15 kilograms per dumbbell. Beginners start off on 10 kilograms. And the final bit of equipment that you need is something called a medicine ball. I'm quite fortunate. I've got a 6 kilogram, but not just that, I've got a double handle. Double handle are great for cross-training exercises and CrossFit, but if you haven't got a double handle medicine ball, I would say try and use a basketball or a football, especially with the beginners. Weight-wise, I would say advanced will come in 6 to 8 kilograms. Intermediates 4 to 6 kilogram, and beginners come in at a 2 to 4 kilogram. This will just build you up, and obviously not just build your fitness levels up, it'll give you that bit of self-esteem at the end of the day, and then you can go from the beginners up into and perhaps try the intermediates sometime. Okay, so what I'm going to show is, I'm not going to go through the full 300 repetitions. I'll save that for another day when I do my own personal challenge. But as this is a demonstration, what I'll do, I'll show 10 repetitions per exercise and explain the muscle groups that you're working, or using I should say, and hopefully pass on a few tips as well about breathing techniques and execution of the exercise. Okay, so here it goes. So as I said, the first exercise will be tricep dips. A lot of people tend to do it with legs straight out. I tend to find this puts a hell of a lot of strain on the sacrum and the coccyx. So take your feet out, slight bend of the knees, keep the body upright, keep the back straight. So you do 10 of these. On the day I'll be going quite a bit faster than this, but this is just for demonstrative only. And relax. Keep in a nice rhythm, keep in a nice form. Works the brachialis. The brachialis makes up literally the triceps make up 2/3 of the upper arm. I always my old philosophy has always been in training, if you don't work the triceps, trust me, your biceps are going to be weak. So you need to work the back of the arms first before you start really pumping the fronts. Especially in gymnasiums, you see a lot of young people working out for the first time, trying to look good, working the big guns, but at the end of the day, they should really be working in theory the triceps. But then again, I've trained for about 30 odd years, and I've got to learn. I always say life is a learning curve, never stop learning. Okay, so you go from the triceps. So if you're doing the advanced, you would do 50. If you're doing the intermediate, you would do 40. If you're doing the beginners, you would do 30. of those. Okay, now we go on to push-ups. Try and ensure once again that you try and keep that back as flat as humanly possible. Make certain that the gluteus maximus, the buttocks, that they're not pointing up. A lot of people tend to cause like an archness in the back. So you need to engage your core. Pull that stomach in. That's good. And go down. Exhale as you go down, inhale as you come up. 7, 9. Each time I'm touching my pectoralis. 2 major muscles, the pectoralis minor and the major. Just make certain that it's going like literally right onto the breastbone. Doing that exercise, especially after doing the triceps, that'll certainly get the oxygen pumping into the lungs, which will then produce, they'll pump the blood obviously into the heart region. Your heart rate will go up, but this is where the secret comes into it then about pacing. If you pace yourself right, you should be okay for the next 4 exercises. Okay, so you go from a triceps exercise into a chest, and now what we're going to work on, I would say, is more arms and shoulders, and this one is a dumbbell press. Make certain that the dumbbells are always, that the collars are done up tight. Now even a person of my fitness levels, I wouldn't be able to do 50 in one go, but what I tend to do in challenges, I perhaps might do 1 of 20 and then have a short breather, do 15, short breather again, then pump out another 15. I've got 20 kilogram in weight, 44 pound in weight, or 20 kilograms, sorry, 44 pound in weight. If you're doing the intermediate, come in at 15 kilogram, which is about 32 pound. And if they're coming at the beginner, that's 10 kilogram, that's 22 pound in weight. Okay. Make certain it rests like literally just on the shoulder line. Exhale as you push up, inhale as you come back down. And down and relax. Great exercise, can't think of many better than that one for producing, I mean purely, it's all sheer upper body. Forearms leading up the arm, working right into the anterior deltoid, and obviously you need quite a bit of trapezius strength as well, and a bit of strength in the mastoid. You're working so many different muscles on that particular one. It does take your breath. As I said, don't follow what I said about doing a set of 20 and 2 of 15. Perhaps do 5 of 10. Find what's easiest for yourself. So once again on the levels, 50 for advanced, 40 for intermediate, 30 beginners. 3 down, 3 to go. Next one is going to do the medicine ball. Chest push. So once again, got all of the medicine ball, slight bend of the knees, protecting that lower spine, bringing the ball up, right smack bang to the centre of the chest, look straight ahead, no looking down. And from the side, as you probably notice, I'm not pushing out the full extension. If you push out the full extension, you're going to cause damage to the ulna and the radius, the elbow joint. Push out to about 95% and bring back in. Most of the top guys on a computer, like myself, will probably pump out about 2 a second of those. Should take about no longer than 23-24 seconds to do the 50. Once again, intermediate, we'll probably do around the same time. The beginners, because you'll have a lighter ball, like the medicine ball, you probably, if you can do 2 a second, that'll be great. But make certain that you keep good form, because I'll be judging for form and technique. Okay, penultimate exercise is the dumbbell flies, but with the bench at a decline. Once again, if you're outdoors doing this, the best thing to do would be to try and place your feet even over the bench. So that you're at a natural decline. Push up. Take care of the back on this one. So as you're coming down, you're turning the wrists, or turning the elbows, I should say. After having created a challenge doing the decline flies a couple of months back, it certainly gets the blood pumping. You'll end up being blood red after that, but the benefits are tremendous. What it does, this will develop a broader chest, great for the arms as well. But after, say for example, doing about 200 reps, fatigue will kick in. So this is where pacing yourself, execution of the exercise, and the thing being is, get into a rhythm. Once you get into that rhythm, there's no stopping it. Final exercise is the 180-degree tricep dip. This time, instead of doing the conventional tricep dip, you're going to turn the palms 180 degrees. Slight bend of the knees again. Keep the body upright, keep the back straight. A lot harder than the normal. And when you consider this will be the final exercise, some of you may actually hit the wall doing that final one, because what it does, it actually works more the shoulder region. It still works the biceps and the triceps and the main forearms, strengthens your carpals. It's actually a good exercise for protecting the carpal region. So anyone with possible RSI or arthritic problems, that particular exercise isn't too bad for the actual rest, because it's allowing it to work in the natural way. Okay, I hope you enjoyed these exercises. These will get put up now on the Concura site and hopefully on my new profile. And I look forward to your responses and hopefully get you doing the challenge. If this can encourage beginners to take part in fitness, and you never know, this may be the start of greater things to come as far as them progressing on to CrossFit or even cross-training challenges. Okay, this is Ged Musto, sign off.